Well, hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Chicago. Here we are on Michigan Avenue yet again. I can't speak. We got some unloading going on there. They're unloading some drywall the way it looks here. We got bright, beautiful sunshine. We got 60 degrees already. We're right at the 11:59, almost the noon hour here. Yeah, I'm in the horizontal form, or the vertical format. Excuse me, I'm in the vertical format as opposed to the horizontal format because, you know, I want to see if YouTube will even push the, look, this guy's got a better setup than me. Look, he's got the microphone and he's got the, which helps with the wind there. He's probably a live streamer with orders of magnitude type of more followers than me. That's great. I could learn from this guy. Look how he's got the mic there. So hey, look, two live streamers walking up Michigan Avenue right in a row there. So I should say hi. Is that awesome? What's the world coming to? Hey, the way I roll. Amber, Scott, Betty, Anna Marie. There's the lunch bunch. Look what here's another live streamer right ahead of me. Look, he's got the nice mic there. He's got the camera mount and everything. It's like a GoPro. I just started. I happened to notice this guy, but hey, I'm in the vertical format still. You know, let me know in the comments. I know some people prefer the horizontal. I personally prefer the horizontal format, but I'm gonna try the vertical format for a while here, maybe this week, just to experiment to see. We did get a few new YouTube subscribers because few people were able to discover within YouTube because they're finally starting to push the videos a little bit. It's still not exactly within the shorts here. We'll cross the street here. I'll follow my fellow live streamer here as he's heading up Michigan Avenue just like me, and we'll head a different direction. We'll see if he's going to the Riverwalk or not. Look, if Jay, I want to let Jay see this too. This is amazing. We got there are more live streamers in Chicago. That's great. I got to see who this guy is, and so he's going to head across the bridge there. Look how they're doing some construction here. I want to see what this map is. I want to see what this map is on this. But hey, Mary Alice, Julie, the way I roll, Michael Anderson. Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for tuning in yet again. Chanel, how you doing? Yeah, thanks. Good. Thanks for being nosy. Thanks, Chanel. How you doing there? Thanks for tuning in there. What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? Hey, we got a Chicago's Fair Lady. Look how nice that looks here. We're heading across the Chicago River here. And yeah, the tour boats are coming back out, getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have all those deck chairs. Look, they got the mannequin. There's the CPR mannequin right there. I don't think that's a real person. Look at that. And the other thing about having the vertical aspect as opposed to the horizontal. Look, they're turning around here. They're turning around here. This is rare that they actually turn the boats around right here. Screen too small for formats. Miss a lot of stuff. Yeah. No, I know that. I know that the way I roll. You know, again, why am I doing this? Why am I even doing the vertical aspect at all? It's because, you know, I personally wouldn't mind it if Congress bans TikTok. Now, I know we all met on TikTok. A lot of us, you know, very few of us met on YouTube. And the reason I have a YouTube account is because TikTok banned me. And I realized I have to have a backup on a different format. And I've learned how to use YouTube, discovered I could do the 720p in landscape by experimenting with this, but then I also am preparing for the future in the eventual outcome that we might not have TikTok. I'm serious, because they might be serious this time. And we all joke and laugh. And the one thing Congress can agree on, now it's so funny. It's so funny that a lot of people see me. Oh, so yeah, I'm done. Here, we'll head down to the Riverwalk here. Hey, thanks. Well, you know, it's what do I always talk about? Positives and negatives to everything. There's a lot of positives to the horizontal, but there are negatives that some people simply will not watch, and I lose some of my audience because the majority of people that watch live streamers watch on the cell phone and not on the TV and not on the computer screen. And the social media companies realize this. Why is YouTube even pushing the shorts at all? Because they got to compete with TikTok, and they seem old and antiquated. YouTube seems old and antiquated in the TikTok universe, and something will come and replace TikTok. There'll be a new thing that comes along. Here, look at the nice, yeah, see, like if we were in horizontal, we'd be able to get both these buildings in one shot. This is what we lose by having the vertical aspect, but you know, it's good for tall buildings, you know. Look at the dog there, it's nice. Yeah. See the water taxi, the yellow water taxi's coming back. That's sign of spring there. They're gonna start the scheduled water taxi service, mainly in the mornings and evenings. They don't run it during the day, which is unfortunate because I'd very much like to take it over lunchtime here, but hey, thanks for going. I have tried streaming from Instagram. Look at the people. Yeah, Instagram's another option. I still have a account with Instagram. Instagram records the whole recordings. I think I discovered that the resolution was better in YouTube on the horizontal. I don't know if I can stream horizontal on Instagram. I haven't experimented with Streamlabs on Instagram. I guess there's a way to do that too. It's really... If I had my preference, I would just focus on one social media platform like TikTok or YouTube exclusively, or even Instagram, but I have to be on multiple platforms, which becomes, you know, it's its own conundrum, because then you have version control, content spread across multiple platforms. People can't find you. Some people on YouTube don't like TikTok. Some people on TikTok don't like YouTube. Same with Instagram. I gotta work with my moderators. It's confusing. See, all these problems I never used to have before I was a live streamer. My life was so much simpler before all this, and now I gotta worry about being banned. Look at the shoreline. Look at the people lined up here to take the shoreline here. Yeah, the queuing, the whole choreographed process of loading up the architectural tour boats. This goes on all summer long. All these boats here. Here's Chicago's Emerald Lady. Look, here comes the water taxi. So I gotta check their schedule. If they're running noontime water taxis, I would want to take one. And if that's the case, I wanted to do it last summer. They weren't running the water taxis at lunchtime. Every day I get presented with new information. So we'll check the schedules, and if they are running the water taxis at lunchtime, I'll take one and we'll do a whole river cruise. It's the cheapest way to get on the river. But here we got 1207. Welcome to Chicago. Here we got a beautiful sunshiny day. The water, all the tour boats and water taxis are coming out in force. Signs of spring here breaking in Chicago. Look at that nice view to the John Hancock. Hey Dolores, how's it going? Daryl Burbank tuning in. That's great. Yeah, Burbank's a suburb, so Burbank's not too far out, is it? No, I don't know. I'll let Daryl speak to that there, but you can look it up on a map there. Chicago has over 100 suburbs and 77, soon to be 78 neighborhoods. But it actually feels kind of warm today. There's a guy working on the road here. There, the Northmen. We'll see if they got see restrooms closed for the season. We'll see if they start to take these signs off. I bet the restrooms will be open this Saturday. This was going to be jam packed with people trying to catch a glimpse of the dying of the River Green. It's going to happen right here Usually this is where they start, and then they go all down this way, all the way to the confluence and churn it up. And that's the direction the river flows. Here's the Northman. Beer and cider garden. Hey, Sharon. Burbank's next to Midway. Yeah, it's not too far out there. It's what, Evergreen Park, Burbank. Yeah, it's not near Mount Greenwood. So Mount Greenwood's still in the city of Chicago. Look at this. This is not a, is this a mural or is this a photoshopped image? I don't know. Yeah, it's some artistic rendering of somebody picking an apple from an apple tree, making apple cider. I guess the Northman specializes in cider. They usually have a little stage here and live music playing often in the summertime here. If you just join, we're in Chicago, we're on the Riverwalk, we'll head towards the lake, and then we'll just circle back through Millennium Park there on our way back to the Bean. That's good. Thanks everybody for checking this out. We'll get some nice lake views. And yeah, if I might switch back to going to the horizontal exclusively on YouTube. It is a nice way to differentiate between the TikTok content. The problem I have is when I want to cut out a rerun from YouTube in the horizontal and then I put it to TikTok, some people simply will not watch it because it's in a landscape format. And that's, you know, I should just concede that that's just the nature of it. But, you know, if I cut something out here, it makes my job, my task easier for cutting out the reruns. I don't have to reformat it as much if I just always stream in the vertical. Seems to work better with my gimbal. Positive, negatives to everything. But here they're working. We walked up those stairs, connect up to Columbus, and we saw them working on. Here, I'll extend the selfie stick to get over the fence here. Here's some new construction here along the Riverwalk. So we're just east of Columbus. Here's Wacker Drive, and they're actually building the foundation for a new building here. I guess it's going to be a new beer garden business. So more businesses are going up here along the Riverwalk. This is a good sign here for critical mass of outdoor drinking establishments and eating establishments that front the Riverwalk. I know we catch a lot of good content, and it's convenient for me because I'm already working downtown, and you know, things like the Bean and stuff in the Loop, even us getting down to the South Loop or even like to the Church of Scientology, it's easier, you know, it would be too hard for me to get down there in the morning. I've done that before. I've gotten up early, gone to Chinatown, walked in from the south to the north. But, you know me, I'm a lazy Gen X slacker. I do what's convenient for me. And it's convenient for me to film the downtown during lunch and just walk to and from work in the morning and evenings. And I'm always amazed that people, can you go to this place? Can you go to this place? You know, I want to accommodate them, but then what am I, just a errand boy? Just, you know, even this morning, you know, I'm always amazed that now I'm starting to get people trying to promote their own things. Like the guy wanted to promote his own wine and cheese tasting thing. So I guess I have to be a true entrepreneur and be like, well, what's my cut? You know, I'll promote it. I hate to be that way, but you know, I'm sure it's a nice event. I'll walk by and show people where it's at. It's on my way home. He showed me where it's at. It happens on Wednesday there, but you know, then it's going to get to everybody wants me to promote their business for free. And then who's the chump? Me. I'm promoting stuff that I can't afford, like the Lamborghini Gold Coast. I know the hypocrisy abounds here. So here's, the submarine monument here. Manitowoc, Wisconsin. All these submarines came through this area. They got the nice playground here. Look at that. Yeah, they got the nice spongy material. Ricky Young, how you doing there? Yeah, you got to look out for number one. Who else is going to look out for number one? What? You got to look out for number two, where you step here too. Look at that. You want to sit on that? It's kind of undulating there. You can lay on these, yeah, they're playing on the playground. Look at that. I bet you there's a lot of people at the Maggie Daly playground today because it's such a beautiful day here, 60 degrees. I know school's still in session, but there's the, oops, here's the nice residential housing here along the mouth of the Chicago River. We're almost to the lakefront here. And there's the, we'll pass the site where it's the former Calatrava Spire site. New construction, they're going to build 2 new residential towers right there near DuSable Lakeshore Drive, and we'll keep you up to date on the progress of that development. That's good. That's good. Thanks, Michael Anderson. Thanks for understanding. Thanks, Anna Marie, for the good suggestions of how to deal with the comment scroll. Yeah, sometimes you can get it off the screen there. Yeah, I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up some milk and eggs. What else you need, Scott? I'll walk the dog. You know, pick a. Well, the other thing I'm dealing with, and thank you all in the lunch bunch for being my sounding board here, because I don't want to just sound like someone who just complains all the time, which is pretty much what I am, and you guys know this by now about me. I am a man, you know. If I'm not mansplaining, I'm complaining. But here's this, see, for Urban Kayaks, which they'll open this later. Here's Urban Kayaks. They have all these containers here. Here's their kayak launch, so you can go down here. Now me, as someone that owns my own kayak, I always want to launch my own kayak here, but they don't like people using their little, they want you to pay Urban Kayaks. So I'll look into that. Maybe, see, look, private dock, no trespassing. We need a private or public kayak launch. There was supposed to be one at DuSable Park there, but they never finished that park. They've been working on that park for months here. But here's the former Chicago Spire site, and look, we got this dandelion puff. Look at this dandelion puff. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. We're down in the giant flower here by Taco Rio. You like it? Oh, okay. So back to me complaining. My moderators, I support my moderators 100%. It's a tough job, and we got a good team of moderators there on TikTok. Now the problem I'm dealing with is people comment, and eventually they'll make a comment that gets them accidentally, according to them, blocked, and then they'll complain about it. And I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? I need moderators. I don't, you know, I trust their judgment. Sometimes accidents happen. What do you want me to do about it? You know, it's just like, you can still watch, you just can't comment. They just get, you know, it's not like they get blocked. We don't block them permanently. They just temporarily, for one live, you can't comment, and it just drives people nuts that they can't comment, which always baffles me, because I usually rarely comment, you know, for anybody, and I'll watch their lives, and it always freaks me out when they see me in the comments and they start talking to me directly, and then I have to comment back, and which is good, but I'm like maybe it's a generational thing, you know, like we were used to TV not being interactive, where you just had to passively watch. Look, they're using one of those folding kayaks. So if you go to REI is not the only place you can buy them. You can buy the folding kayaks. They're trucking along. That's a folding kayak. That's not inflatable. You can fold it up. I'm thinking about getting one of those, because he's really trucking along there. Now I got to figure out how to mount my gimbal to that thing and not get it wet. That's the hard part. But look at that. He's cruising along there. I think that's inspiring me to maybe get one of those. They're called Oru or something. They're like a foldable kayak, and you can fold it up and really light to transport. I've had inflatable kayaks, but you always eventually get a leak you got to patch, and yeah. Meet your moderator. Yeah, and I think it's a generational thing where, you know, like we can pass, I'm old enough I can passively watch something if I don't have to interact with the younger, they've been used to being able to interact on everything, because social media drives interaction. That's how they keep people engaged. And if they can't interact with it positively or negatively, it frustrates them, like just like not like the internet being turned off or something, and it just drives them nuts, and they have to somehow voice their anger. And if they can't voice it through the comments, they'll voice it on a recorded TikTok, and then I don't know what to tell them. I'm like, I support my moderators. Sorry you got blocked temporary, but this is the nature of social media. What you want me to do about it? You want me to punish somebody? You know, I don't understand, you know, what I'm supposed to do with it. You know, I'm just the captive moderator here, trying to keep a live stream just like everybody else. And most of my moderators that, you know, you and Tara understands, other people understand, they're just trying to make sure I don't see a comment that causes me to break character and fly off the handle and start yelling at people. And they're like, what's wrong with this guy? Because I could never lose my composure. You know, I'm you know, that's the nature of it. You're supposed to be a gracious host, and just if somebody slings mud at your face, you just have to take it with a smile. You know, it's a price of being. Hey, they're honking the horn there. Look, it's nice to see the tour boats heading through here. So here, let's head to the lakefront here. It's such a beautiful day, 12:20. Hey, we'll go by all these murals here. They got these nice murals under. Am I still streaming okay? Look, Loch the Illinois. The old lake here. So there used to be where the marshy areas where the, look, Chicago, Portage, and this was the old Calumet River, and then there was a river that became Illinois. Here's the old Fort Dearborn. There's Jean Baptiste Point du Sables. John Kinsey. See, Kinsey bought Jean Baptiste Point du Sables. Am I saying his name right? I always say Jean. Potawatomi tribe. Wolf Point. Look at all these nice murals here. There's the old Bridgeport. The old, like, you know, we were in Bridgeport. It wasn't exactly like this. The old days, the old Chicago days when the bridges turned in the middle. There's the Great Chicago Fire. Yeah, you can time out people. That's essentially what people are doing. It's just essentially a timeout. There's the end of Navy Pier, World's Columbian Exposition. Yeah. You know, and everybody has their own live stream. I still promote Jay because it's hard to be a live streamer, and I don't speak for what her opinions are different than mine. My opinions are different than hers. We share a lot of the same opinions, but you know, that's the danger. If I say something, it might, I don't want it to reflect badly on her. If she says something, I don't want it to reflect badly on me. But that's the, you know, it's the society. I mean, I don't know what to do about that, you know. And we'll just keep on doing what we do. I'm learning just to roll with the punches here. Realize it's all part of the territory, and there's positive, negatives, everything. So we'll focus on the positive. I'll try to produce positive content. If the haters are gonna hate no matter what. Some people don't like fireboats. Some people don't like Navy Pier. I'm serious. Some people are like, don't show Navy Pier. I'm like, that's not gonna stop me from showing Navy Pier. People like to see Navy Pier. It's a fun place. You know, it might be boring, you know. There's the shoreline. See, I think they're just getting all these boats out. They're using this nice day to get them all ready for the St. Patrick's Day weekend. And see how we walked. They had them all docked over there by Lake Point Tower. Here's the Anita D. Look, they're cleaning up all these boats. They're getting them ready for the spring, summer, fall boating season. You know. Yeah, Jay's great. I think, thanks, Scott. And yeah, thanks everybody for having a nice discussion there. Yeah, you know, these are the perils of live streaming or legion. You know, I'm a small fish in the whole scheme of things. This whole ecosystem will work whether I'm here or not. So we'll just stay under the radar, try to do the best we can. Film this beautiful day. I'm going to focus on this beautiful 60-degree weather we're having. People out in shorts. Middle of March, before St. Patrick's Day. We're having very spring-like weather. And don't worry, it'll get cold Monday. Monday it's supposed to be back below freezing, at least at night. Here's all these eyes watching this. This is what it feels like to be a live streamer. You got a bunch of eyes watching you, critiquing whatever you do, and you get the full spectrum of political persuasions. People tune in from all over the world, different languages, and some people see it one way, other people see it the other way. The same thing. You know, it's interesting to get the wide range of perspectives on anything. People will comment and let you know. 78, it's 78. Wow, that's great where you're at. Yeah, Big Brother's watching. Yeah, thanks, Julie. Thanks for giving the shout out to my mods. I really appreciate my moderator team led by Sarah. Sarah does such a great job, and some like Sarah and Chris have been with me, not as a moderator the entire time because I didn't use mods at first, but like almost a year. Diana's been around for a long time. Anita's been around for a long time, and we added a lot of. Even Magic Mike has been around. I remember meeting Magic Mike back in June, and I remember Jay. I was friends with Jay on my original account, and she helped me get reestablished. Look how you can walk way out there. Let's do that. Let's walk. What time we got? 12:25. Let's walk out here on this beautiful day. We'll see if we can see more of the skyline if we get out here. So no boats have entered the DuSable Harbor yet. They've been working on the docks all winter. We noticed they've been replacing the wood for the docks here. This is DuSable Harbor. There's the Columbia Yacht Club. And yeah. Animals are pretty nice, but animals can be cruel too. We forget that, you know. Animals can be as cruel as humans too. It's just hopefully not domestic animals. Look at Navy Pier. Here's the Coast Guard station. So there's a Coast Guard station out here at the mouth of the Chicago River. Very strategic spot for the Coast Guard to patrol this whole area and control the locks. There's the Navy Pier, the Ferris wheel, the Sable Hotel. It's kind of windy, so maybe I won't go all the way out here. I just want to go out far enough that look how we can view the skyline here. There's the Streeterville skyline, Lake Point Tower, and what a beautiful day to be. Look, there's a helicopter over there. There's a helicopter coming in. I know it's windy. Hey, what's going on? What's up? Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's a. You see right there? There's yeah, and you got the bike trail, and then you cross there, and then there's a way to get down over there. So you have to go there. Yes, and go over. These are the bikes. Bike. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Good. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Here comes this helicopter. Look at this helicopter. It's flying over Navy Pier here. I guess it's probably doing a tour. That's probably somebody rented a helicopter that does a tour. They fly over Navy Pier and they fly over the skyline. That's what's going on there. But oh, you like that eyeball thing? Yeah. Yeah, we'll head over. That nice woman, she was trying to figure out how to get across the river, and it's hard because you have to go up where the bikes are, and then you have to walk all the way across here. It's a long walk. I've done it before, and see, you can see the pier from here, but you can't get to the pier from here. We'll go ahead down towards the Columbia Yacht Club. But warning: when yellow light flashing, beware of turbulence. Stay 100 feet away. Huh. But once April 1st hits, people will start putting their boats in these harbors. These ones that are protected from the lake fill up first, then Monroe Harbor will fill up later. Yeah, Tara, you know what it's like. You know, it's hard being a moderator because then people will, they'll try to make it personal, where it's like you realize you have to facilitate the discussion, and just some things, most things are just simple misunderstandings where some people intend one thing, but the way they write it is like misinterpreted, and it sounds, and then they're like, that's what I mean, but this is what you said. And other people are disingenuous. They'll try to play like the victim, like, oh, you blocked me. I'm like, well, what were you saying? You know, and they won't tell us, so we know what's going on, you know. And then other people just don't like my personality or something I say, and they're like, we'll get him. It becomes this victim, you know, this cancel culture. And we're not trying to do that either. We're not trying to cancel anybody. We're just trying to have a nice discussion here and be polite, which is lost in social media, you know. And it stems from the top, you know. We got politicians that are not polite. So if politicians are not polite, if our leaders are not polite, or people trying to be leaders, why should people in civil society be polite? Because the people that gain power get there by not being polite and being mean, you know. It's just look at it. I should have went out there, man. I should have went out there. I didn't realize that helicopter was gonna fly right there. Look at that helicopter heading by the Coast Guard there. What is going on? Look at that. Look it's right behind the Coast Guard. Is it gonna land on the Coast Guard? That's not a Coast Guard. That's not what the Coast Guard it's gonna land on the Coast Guard. Look at that. So I might be able to cut out this footage. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, that helicopter's gonna land. It's landing right at the end there. If I would have stayed out there, I didn't realize that helicopter was gonna land right there. We were right out there. Isn't that amazing? There's Navy Pier. Yeah, the helicopter landed. There's a helipad there at the Coast Guard station, and that helicopter just landed there. So thanks for tuning in. And what you see behind there, that's the locks for the mouth of the Chicago River. The lake's actually a little bit higher than the Chicago River. And there's the Coast Guard station. It's a police chopper. Yeah, it's a police chopper. So, yeah, okay, thank you. It's probably a police helicopter, and it's not a Coast Guard. The Coast Guard helicopters look orange, bright orange, and they got the special tail in the back. I've seen them before. That would have been interesting if we were out there and that thing landed. I was walking out there, but it's all timing. It's all, I can't go too far because I want to get back around half an hour from here, be back at my office. But look at this beautiful day. Thanks for tuning in here on YouTube, checking out how's it going? Look at that. And people are working on the docks still. They're frantically trying to get the docks ready for boating season here. And it smells like spring. Look at the grass is green. Man, the chopper's looking for me. Yeah, Chris and I always have a joke from Goodfellas where that helicopter that starts following him at the end when he's dealing bad stuff, and that's the Marine unit. Thank you. Thanks, Margie. Thanks for the good information. So that's maybe the Marine. Yeah, the Marine unit. Look, there is a boat out there. So that's the Coast Guard station. We just saw the helicopter land just beyond the Coast Guard station there. There's a nice view there, zooming in here. It is easier for me to zoom in and out on YouTube in the vertical format. You notice I always had problems when I was in the horizontal. I would accidentally mute myself. It was the way the buttons were. There's it taking off again. Yeah, it's taken off. Look, it just dropped somebody off there. They dropped somebody off at the Coast Guard. Look at that, flying in front of the tip of Navy Pier. Look how the helicopter takes off, accelerates. There's the lighthouse at the mouth of Monroe Harbor. Accelerates quickly. And then we'll go by the Columbia Yacht Club here. So welcome to DuSable Harbor. Welcome to Chicago. We're just watching this helicopter take off and land and do acrobatics here. There's always something going on in the city. Not just this city, but all cities. So, yeah, Chicago, thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Yeah, welcome to Chicago. We're here by the shores of Lake Michigan here. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. And we got a beautiful 70-degree Fahrenheit weather day. We're only into the low 60s, but it's going to warm up. People are jogging in shorts here in Chicago. Usually we don't have weather this warm, but we've been having a really mild winter, so we're enjoying it and making the most of it. This Saturday we'll be covering they're going to dye the river green for St. Patrick's Day. We have a very large Irish American community in Chicagoland area, and every year they have 2 parades, one downtown on Saturday, it starts at noon, another one on the south side of Chicago down in Beverly, the South Side Irish Parade. It starts at noon on Sunday. I probably won't get to the South Side Parade, but I will, because I'm going to be down for the dyeing of the river green. As long as I can maintain a stream that's hard within the crowds, we'll try to cover it and live stream it. And if not, I'll cut out reruns and post it, and we'll get you coverage somehow. Look at the Columbia Yacht Club here. You can join this thing. And, what I'm going to do is, yeah, we'll head around here. We'll head around. Do I want to cross? Let's stay out here. Let's stay out here by the lake. We'll get nice views of the museum campus and the skyline of Chicago as we head in here. You see your yacht? Is that your yacht? That's great. Yeah. I always joke the same thing. They'll put a bunch of little sailboats in here. They do sailboat training and kayak. There's a kayak launch here. One of the rental companies, you can rent kayaks right here. There's some more construction barges working on the buoys. They might be putting out the buoys. They actually take the buoys in the wintertime because the lake freezes sometimes, and then they got to set all the buoys back out the sailboats moored to. There's the Field Museum behind that barge or whatever that is, and yeah, it's nice to travel around, explore. We try to get to different neighborhoods. We were in Bridgeport last night. I'm mainly based on the north side because I live in Lincoln Park on the north side. It's a nice lake. And, see, this is the Lakefront path here. Lakefront bike path. We got a lot of wind here. Every time the weather gets warm, we get some wind here. So thanks for bearing with the wind. I know it's hard to hear. There's the Sears Tower, the tallest building in Chicago. 1,400 feet. It's 400 meters, over 400 meters tall. And we'll zoom. There's some of the skyline of Chicago, not the whole thing. I keep hearing like a drone. Yeah, it's a beautiful day for a walk. United 707, Museum of Science and Industry, landed and was disassembled for transport to Meigs Field. That's great. Thanks for the way I roll. Thanks for the good information there. So check that out. Yeah, the 707 is on display at the Museum of Science and Industry. They're gonna take it to Meigs Field. Well, I'll look into that because Meigs Field's right over there, northerly island, and I don't know much about that, so I'll look into that. And yeah, XYZ. Well, hang in there. Life always throws us challenges. We try to make the best of it and keep on fighting. It's rough. We do the same thing. You know, I complain about live streaming, so people think it's all easy street. Like, it's so easy just to walk around and talk, and you know, it's like the Cypress Hill song. You want to be a rock star? There'll be somebody after you. I saw my competition there on the street there. You know, oh, what's this booth? They got this booth. I think it said open next. Yeah, I got this little ticket booth here. It's kind of funny. I think it's for one of the boat cruises there. Here's the geese. Look at that skyline view. Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, we're out here by Lake Michigan. There's the Adler Planetarium, the Shed Aquarium. How you doing, geese? Enjoying this weather? Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it? There's some more geese over here. Some people are sitting on the dock here, the dock by the bay. There's the Monroe Boathouse. There's the South Loop skyline. We go down there sometimes. Jenny would know, or Jeremy would know. Yeah, Jeremy's a pilot. Yeah, hopefully we'll be hooking up with Jeremy more often, because, you know, I know Jeremy, I feel bad. A few times he wanted me to stop by, but I'm waiting for the nice weather, like now, to go up to that roof deck. But really, when they open the pool, once they open that pool in Eugenie Terrace, hopefully Jeremy will remember us. He's a pilot. Jeremy's a pilot. And so hopefully we'll be hanging out with Jeremy if he still wants to hang out. And You Should Eat and everybody else there at Eugenie Terrace. But yeah, Jeremy knows about the drones flying, the drone corridor from O'Hare to that distribution facility they just built in the West Loop. They're going to be flying your packages via drones. I guess that's the plan. I don't know. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about people shooting them down, falling out of the sky, hitting roofs. I'm sure it's all organized, right? Yeah, it's hard there. Oh, yeah, Michael Anderson, thanks for checking out Jen. Jen is great. She's got all the nice historical documentary style quality. She has TikToks about Piper's Alley in Old Town. We're both interested in history. Jen's great. You Should Eat. Yeah, check out You Should Eat's page there. And she's neighbors with Jeremy there. And yeah, she did another one about the turtle wax. Check out Jen's page. She did a great TikTok about the turtle wax. They used to have a giant turtle. It was on the West Loop. It was over by Ashland. Is that right? Ashland and Ogden there. There was a triangle block. I don't know if anybody remembers it. There used to be a turtle wax turtle on top of that building. And she does a wonderful documentary style TikTok, narrated. And she says Richardsonian correctly. I always say Richardson. It's Richardsonian Romanesque building. That's what it said on top of. But here, there's the Aeon. There's the St. Regis Lakeshore East skyline. We'll catch the next light up there. We missed this cycle, the light, but we're in front of Monroe Harbor, Lake Michigan. And we'll head up into Millennium Park here eventually. Yeah, turtle wax. 44 years. Let's see what that was there. Plane landed, was disassembled. Plane's been on display for 30 years. Okay, 44 years. Okay, so yeah, they had a plane on display. And they're gonna, I guess there's a museum at Meigs Field, so they're gonna, it sounds like they're gonna expand the museum at Meigs Field. That's interesting. But here's the Chicago Yacht Club at Monroe Harbor. There's hardly any bikes left. There's somebody selling some elotes here. Here we got, we'll wait to cross DuSable Lakeshore Drive. We'll head up into Millennium Park here. There's Jean-Baptiste Point DuSable Lakeshore Drive. Here's the Lakefront bike path. Looking nice. Oh, you sprained your ankle? Sorry to hear that, Julie. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Bedbound for a week. Oh, sorry, Julie. Well, we'll have to keep you entertained with TikToks and Reels and YouTubes, and you can catch up on all the reruns there. Thanks for watching here. And that's why I realize this has value, because, you know, dummy me, you know, here I am complaining about how hard I got it as a hippie live streamer. People tune in, they got mobility issues. Some people are confined to wheelchairs. Some people are you know, older than me and can't get around as much. And people tune in, they might have grew up in Chicago, no longer live here. It sparks memories. Like when I walked through Bridgeport, people are like, oh, this sparked a memory, seeing the Ramova Theater and seeing it restored. They might have went there before it closed down and not thought about it in years. And then they see a TikTok on it and they're like, yeah, it's still going, you know. And here's DuSable Lakeshore Drive. Look how that lines up with, see, it used to go straight through there. And then they made a bend, and you can get down to the parking down here, Maggie C. Daly Park. And we'll head up the stairs here and cruise on into Millennium Park here. We'll get the skyline, we'll walk across that pedestrian bridge, we'll go right up to the bean. I won't spend much time. We've already checked out the nice playground here. We'll see all the edge of it. They got the big slides, and it's all free. And I think they closed down the ice skating ribbon, so I'll see if we see evidence of that. And healing thoughts, yeah, healing thoughts. You want some elote? Yeah. Oh, they got it all over the place there. But see, that's what we got here. We got a nice community, the Lunch Bunch, people that actually talk. That's what Chris has told me, Sarah, Diana. You know, we actually have people that, you know, people talk about deaths in the family. They talk about injuries, personal struggles. We try to encourage people, help people out. This has value. It's real people connecting in a community, and it just happens to be, you know, Anna Rob walks around Detroit, I walk around Chicago. We got all the New York live streamers, people that live stream from different areas of the country, and it's a good thing, and we're figuring it out here. Accidents happen. Hope you get through it and heal up there. And so here we'll keep on trucking here. We'll walk through the park here on this beautiful 65-degree day. Pathways Foundation. Yeah, they got a nice plaque here. Yeah, thanks, Lisa. You're part of it. You've been. I feel bad. I remember. Yeah, Lisa and I were friends on my original account, but I didn't. It got so big that I didn't follow everybody back, and I'm so happy that we got multiple YouTube and TikToks, and we're able to reconnect. And Lisa's our person in Omaha, the Omaha perspective. We need that. And zoos, and she sends me notebooks with beautiful scenes of Chicago. It's great. And yeah, see, there's the playground. Look at all the people at the playground here, the play garden. Maggie Daly would be so happy to know this is being used this way, this free playground for families to just hang out and enjoy this lakefront park that we all share, the communal parks, the commons. And that's why I rail against corporations. It's not just NASCAR, Lollapalooza, but the city makes money off of that. They get revenue. I guess it goes back to the park district. So at least there's money, funds to maintain all this, you know. And it's mini golf. Looks like they're getting ready to open up the mini golf. But we'll be back down here on Saturday covering the parade. Here, let's thank you for visiting. Let's go across the pedestrian walkway here. We got 12:46, so I got 15 minutes. How's it going? How you doing? That's great. Thank you. Hello. That's great. Beautiful people just enjoying this beautiful day, heading through the park. Yeah. That's good, Mary Alice. That's good. That's good. See, I know my father still has anxieties about going to the city, the traffic and the congestion and the crime and things like that. And he's like, why do you have to move to a city? But he's grown to appreciate the positive and negative of cities. It's not all bad. He comes and visits me, and I go visit him and hang out in the country. It's good, but he honestly says he would never come here if I wouldn't move here. He avoids New York City. He went to New York City in the 60s, had a bad experience, said I'll never go back, and he hasn't been mad in New York. I said, I'll be with you. I'll give you a tour in New York. No, I don't want to go. It shows you how one bad experience, and this is a lesson for Chicago. People can visit Chicago and have one bad experience. I don't blame them. They say, I'll never go back. Stuck in trick your past. And summertime, the Millenium Park. And it's amazing. We're right here in the middle of the city with all this bandwidth. And I tried it with 4G. I've tried it with 5G. The only thing that'll work is my hotspot. Sometimes I lose it in Lurie Gardens. It's so weird here, but here we'll try to get it back here. So bear with me. We're gonna try to get the stream back. And if we can't, we still saw some good stuff today. But I have no idea if this is recording or not. I can't even tell. And let me see if I can check out my